What up guys, Frazier here for Complex News. Quincy Jones did an eyebrow-raising interview with Vulture that was published on Wednesday, and in it, the legendary musician made a series of wild claims. He talked about his relationship with the Trumps and his feelings on the state of music today during the Q&A, and at one point, he even said that Michael Jackson stole music. All extremely wild stuff. But perhaps the craziest part of the interview came when Jones shared a claim about the late great Richard Pryor. After talking about his friendship with Marlon Brando and calling the actor, quote, the most charming motherfucker he ever met, Jones casually mentioned that Brando once had sex with Pryor as well as a couple other famous men. He'd f*** a mailbox. James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, Marvin Gaye. David Marchese, who interviewed Jones for Vulture, couldn't believe his ears and he attempted to get some clarification. But all Jones did was laugh when David asked him how he knew about Brando sleeping with so many famous people. Come on man, he did not give a f***. Jones steered the interview in a completely different direction after that. But what Jones said about Pryor took people by such surprise that they couldn't stop talking about it. It also inspired TMZ to reach out to Pryor's widow Jennifer Lee to try and get some clarification on the situation. They probably expected her to deny it or shoo them off, but instead, Lee confirmed what Jones said about Pryor. She said that the comedian was always very open about his bisexuality with friends and documented it extensively in diaries. Lee also said she plans on publishing Pryor's diaries later this year. She was then pushed for further comment on Pryor and Brando, and she responded by suggesting drugs likely played a role in the two stars hooking up. It was the 70s, drugs were still good, especially Quaaludes. If you did enough cocaine, you'd f*** a radiator and send it flowers in the morning. As crazy as all of this sounds, David did an interview with BuzzFeed News on Thursday, and he claimed that his amazing interview with Quincy was actually only the PG-13 version of their conversation. The writer refused to elaborate on what details he chose to leave out of the interview, but said it didn't take him long to figure out Jones was going to keep it extra real during their time together. I asked him what I thought was a pretty generic question about Michael Jackson, about, what's something people don't get about Michael Jackson, thinking that he would say he was a better songwriter than he was given credit for, or something like that. And he was like, oh yeah, he stole songs. And I was like, so that's how this is gonna go. Now, despite publishing the PG-13 version of the interview, David still provided everyone with one of the most entertaining celebrity interviews in recent years. People have spent the last 24 hours talking about it, and based on some of the things Quincy said, it seems like they're gonna continue talking about this one for a long time. That's news for now, but for all the latest on Quincy Jones, subscribe to Complex News on YouTube. For Complex, I'm Frazier.